I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Let's watch the video. The video is by More Pegasus, skinny guy who's actually pretty funny. Just saying. The title is "The Mr. B situation just got worse."
We out here.
Oof.
New Mr. Beast allegations have just dropped and it's not looking good for Jimmy. So last time we talked about Dogpack404's viral video where a former Mr. Beast employee exposes Jimmy for allegedly conducting illegal lotteries towards children, promoting gambling, faking his videos, forging signatures, manipulating who wins the prizes and monies in his game shows, and mostly giving it to his friends and employees rather than random viewers, and much more. Now, I mentioned in my last video that Mr. Beast was actually caught in the same Discord server where Chris Tyson was openly sharing.
Wait, what?
Whoa, hold up.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
The only thing I knew before watching this video is that he apparently faked his challenges and giveaways.
Wow.
Prawn to minors. And now we have allegedly confirmation that it was indeed the real Jimmy, and it is seemingly provable by searching the archives and seeing that his account is linked to the Mr. Beast gaming channel, which is not possible unless you own the channel and can log in. Meaning essentially Mr. Beast lied in his response saying that he just became aware of Chris's.
What the hell?
Yo, things just got a little spicy, bro.
Like, I knew there will be stuff dug up about Mr. Beast, but I thought like the highest the drama will go is him faking stuff.
His actions in the past few days, when in reality he knew all along. As we know, he had the lollipop art hanging from his living room wall, and he was in the same server as Chris sending messages.
Wait, I thought that wasn't his place where it was hanging. I thought it was Chris's place.
Yo, what? Whoa. Back up.
Yeah, so I thought this is Chris's place, not Jimmy's.
Art hanging from his living room wall, and he was in the same server as Chris.
Just confirming it's Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy just chilling in electric music. Not his chilling me. Can't believe Beast forgot to connect.
Sending messages, and he was best friends with Chris for over a decade and defended him until the recent drama. Now it actually gets worse for Mr. Beast and Chris because 500,000 messages have been released to the public from that Discord server. Keep in mind, this is after Chris and his squad wiped out every message that they thought was incriminating, but there's still so many left. Moreover, Lava, one of the victims who was groomed by Chris, now recognizes that it was inappropriate and wrong what was happening in the server. So
so a little TLDR. So Lava has been defending Chris for a while until this person actually went through the messages that were sent when Lava was underage and went, hold up, this actually doesn't seem right.
For these messages and explore this insane rabbit hole. Here we have a tweet by Drama Alert, a thread of all the weird things Chris Tyson allegedly said in the Discord with minors. She's only 14. Damn. Okay, so these messages are from 2018. Somebody posts an attachment. Chris replies saying she's only 14. Damn. And this is allegedly BB, which I'm not gonna say her name, otherwise my last video got age restricted and demonetized, completely suppressed when I said her name. So what did you think she was? 16 and legal in some states. Oof, of course. If she's 14, I'm 14. Chris allegedly sharing links to the famed lollipop artist Shadman, and Chris has linked the website. Chris the meme god, also referred to as Lollipop God, is back. Designated Lollipop, yes it's me, yay you're back, ooh woo. What am I, a parent? Chris Tyson's alleged response to a
people, please don't use ooh woo.
Request to delete an NSFW channel because there were minors in the Discord. I don't have any issue with the channel. What I have an issue with are minors that have access to said channel. Chris says, is there even a way to do that? Not really, no. So what do we do, lol? Remove it? No, people like it. Even if there was a way anyone can lie about their age. Yeah, true. And I mean, to be fair, the internet is full of prawn. Discord says if you can't regulate it, don't have one.
What?
It's a responsibility of
Yeah.
the server owner to prevent minors from viewing prawn materials. Chris responds saying, what am I, a parent? Lol. I say we get rid of this because the fan base of Mr. Beast and Chris are mostly under 18. And Chris obviously completely ignored this and continued going with his absolute degenerate tendencies with
What the
minors.
hell?
Chris says there's nothing more free
That's
than
so
peeing in the
gross.
shower facts, waterproof phone gang, and added an attachment
Huh?
of presumably his image. We only worship Jeebus around here. Challenge accepted. The god. Oh yeah, daddy Chris. That's a lot
What
of
the hell?
moisturizer. Why are you in the shower? I don't know if this was a picture of Chris or something with minimal clothing, but this
I am
is bad.
disgusted.
This is bad. Allegedly Chris Tyson role playing. No, it is not. Buzzles your necky wecky. Fight
Oh
me.
my god. Ugh. My brain.
This is... I can't skip this part. It's cringe. And very disturbing.
Okay, this is the challenge. Try not to pause out of cringe.
Oh my
Love you
god.
guys. Nuzzles pee-pee. Nah.
Ha!
Unzips
No.
pee-pee. Okay, Chris, you need to be locked up ASAP. Now, it gets really bad when you realize that Mr.
Oh,
Beast
God.
was also in the server sending messages. Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson Discord leaks. Mr. Beast allegedly complimenting Chris Tyson's pee-pee size in Chris's Discord server with minors. No, he's not. His pee-pee
Bro,
isn't big
what?
enough. I know. Mr. Beast, this is the actual Mr. Beast. No, I know his pee-pee size and it's huge. Beast, are you gay? The
Huh?
moment you... Okay.
What the hell?
I'll deep throat Chris PP. Haha, Mr. Beast joins in to comment on my PP size. I love it. And that's Chris. Vindication. Jake
What the
Franklin,
hell?
Jake the Viking also tweeted out saying Jimmy knew. And then he says, I called it because these texts have been revealed. And it has been confirmed that it
Wow.
is actually Mr. Beast. It has been linked to his
Bruv.
official account, as I mentioned. Oh Lord, it's going to be a long night. Okay, so I gotta mention a couple additional things that are happening on the side. Chris Tyson is being accused of SA by someone. I was SA'd by Ava Chris Tyson. Moo Skina has come out with their story here. I'm not gonna go into it. You can go ahead and read it if you want. A lot of stuff going on here. I pretty much gotta censor all of this or YouTube's gonna nuke me again, which I don't want. He's done. This is the nail in the coffin accusation. Is anyone else not surprised? Now, it turns out, because the situation got so huge, Chris Tyson's own sister has come out saying that Chris is faking being trans as a...
Whoa. Even Chris's own sister came out.
What
Oh,
the hell?
yo.
fetish. I'm his sibling. He, and yes, I use the correct pronoun, told me that he got fully aroused when he secretly stole my female clothes and put them on. He's deluded and disturbed, and it's 100% a fetish. He's narcissistic, and professionals have told him he needs a full psych eval. This would be absolutely groundbreaking if he
Bro.
was
What the
mocking
hell?
the LGBT community by, you know, pretending to be trans or something like that. But I can't confirm any of this. These are allegations from other people, right? So I'm just reporting on it. And before anyone says anything, yes, it is confirmed that is Chris's sister. Former Mr. Beast employee Jake the Viking says, after seeing all of this,
I was wondering what happened to him.
I'm glad that they fired me. I think nobody wants to be involved with Mr. Beast anymore, and he's gonna have a really hard time hiring people anymore. Now we gotta move
Oh,
on
no,
to-
no. He is still not gonna have a hard time hiring people. He's still not gonna have a hard time collabing with people. Let's get that straight. There's still gonna be people collabing with him. There's still gonna be people who will want to work for him.
to the Mr. Beast Games situation. Basically, Mr. Beast is doing an Amazon show called Beast Games, and it's essentially one of his videos, but on a very wide scale, right? And tons of people are coming out with so many allegations that the environment was incredibly unsafe, with allegedly people being denied medication, being beaten by other contestants, given very little food, some allegations that girls were tackled and assaulted by guys on the show with zero repercussions.
What
Mr.
the
Beast
hell?
is a monster. Mr.
What?
You know what this reminded me of? You guys remember the chick that came out with allegations right after this got done filming? Like, they finished filming this, and everyone clowned on her that she's trying to chase clout.
MrBeast's alleged contestant speaks out, claims unfair teams and contestants being defressed after. MrBeast just wants to psychologically disturb people.
They eliminated 400 people the first day. Those 400 people, the majority of them were forced by the other team members to be on the specific team they were. Some were just about like physically like assaulted to be put onto one team, which ended up making it like the weakest team, since it was a lot of like elderly people, petite women, and people that just, I mean, they weren't willing to take on 6 guys that were surrounding them trying to take their vest so that they can actually be on that. Of the 400 people that left, the majority of them, I'd say at least half, are all extremely depressed. Like, Mr. Beast is a monster, and the games that he does are really cruel and sick. I mean, there are a lot of updates that I'm gonna give. I made a video last night when I was prepared and planning on myself last night. It was supposed to be $1,000. That's like nothing. 4 months. It was going to take 4 months to get to me, as Mr. Beast and his staff knew that I was homeless and had nothing when I went on the show, and I had to buy stuff for wardrobe to be on the show. Many people, sometimes they hadn't gotten their medication for like 2 days. Some of it was like epileptic medication, like really vital, necessary medication.
That is
Okay,
so
so
messed
some
up.
people are saying that she might be exaggerating, you know, blowing it out of proportion, or she's just salty that she lost the game and she didn't win any money and she's a sore loser. Now, that could be the case, but considering she said she wants to game end herself, that would seem sort of serious. Also, you'd think that Mr. Beast would help out one of the sort of homeless contestants, seems like in line with his values, but apparently not. Now, the only reason I showed this person is because there's also tons of other people coming out saying the same thing, including reporters who went to the location and nurses in nearby hospitals where Mr. Beast filmed, saying that there were people severely injured and the conditions were super inhumane, right? Where people were denied medication and food and proper hygiene. Now, a blast from the past for Rosanna Pansino, the YouTuber with like 15 million subs, who was complaining about Mr. Beast's hide and seek challenge. She also made 2 videos about this. Here is the first one.
I wanted to keep you guys updated on what I've been hearing about Mr. Beast's Beast Games. Since I posted my video yesterday, I've pretty much been talking with more people involved with the show all day. At this point, I've lost track, but I think it's nearing like 100 people who have reached out to me with their stories each.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be ever able to recover his credibility after this.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
And again, he's not gonna lose his platform, but his credibility is gonna be damaged forever.
Each person has their own experience and their own opinions, but overall the stories that I'm hearing just break my heart. I have never heard of anything like this on any set. So today I want to read a statement from another contestant who shares many of the same experiences with the other stories that I'm hearing.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of reading. Feel free to skip this part, but I'll try to interject my commentary and let you know what I actually think. I was a contestant until the end. I also didn't accept their hush money. It was really bad. People were having seizures because they weren't getting medication, even though we were promised we would. It was 100% rigged and presented as though the games would be like Squid Games, basically a type of game show where all the games are at an even playing field. That was not at all the case. The games were about speed and strength. I assume this is similar to the Netflix.
So if you guys want to know what exactly these allegations are about being rigged and stuff like that, there's a whole 1 hour long video going in depth and showing that it was rigged.
Young athletic males were at an advantage over the women and elderly people that were casted. To make things worse, men started realizing they could take out the women without being eliminated. Guys started tackling and hitting women. 2 girls were tackled and passed out on the field and dragged off to continue filming. I saw people with broken bones, stitches, and most were women. This is straight out of an absolute horror show, and the fact that multiple people are coming out with this is absolutely insane. I'm really hoping some contestants come out who haven't signed NDAs and let us know if all of this is true or false, because this is an insane scandal. We were given maybe 400 calories a meal and only fed every 12 hours. Food would run out and people would fight, steal, and hoard food.
So if they were fed once every 12 hours, 400 calorie meals, that is 800 calories. This is an extreme calorie deficit on top of mass physical exertion.
What kind of sick game was this? I thought this was a regular Mr. Beast video, but they're fighting over food and water? Water was scarce and kept running out as well. I had to sit with a bloody pad for 2 days before I get undergarments and my reusable pads.
No. That is not okay. 2 days with a bloody pad. As a woman, you could literally face severe health consequences from that.
Insane story to make up by 10 different people at the same time. I mean, that's kind of crazy to me. So I'm inclined to believe at least some of this stuff happened. Possibly they're exaggerating, but at least a lot of the bad things did happen here. We were set up to fail, and when men started tackling people to get them out, nothing was done about it. They were not even eliminated. The game that had to do with the briefcase, it literally felt like Hunger Games. While Mr. Beast is standing on his podium, looking down, watching all of us peasants fight for a chance at $5 million. I know it's a game show, and even with a waiver, it's a company's responsibility to have safety protocols in place to try to prevent injuries. That is not what was happening here. The fact that there were nurses at the hospital in Las Vegas are also confirming all the injuries that happened is proof they did not have to sign an NDA. So this is what gives the most credibility to the—
So it's not a he said, she said.
Nurses from hospitals.
This situation,
Confirmed
because
it.
even in the article it mentions that the nurses are confirming these stories as well, because they were getting a sudden influx of injured people, and it was all coming from the Mr. Beast challenge, dude. And I think the reason this happened is because Mr. Beast is used to dealing with 100, 200 people at a time, maybe. And he went straight to 5,000 or something, like way more than he can handle. And, you know, he didn't have the staff. He didn't have the sort of team to handle all of this. And this absolutely blew up in his face. Here we got yet another contestant with another story. I was expecting for this competition to be hard, but I did not expect to endure what I did. It was a shit show, to say the least. I believe they were in over their heads and did not plan very well. Here are some of the things I experienced. No one was using a microphone to make announcements, so it was very hard to hear what production was saying. A lot of things got missed. I had to hear through the grapevine about certain things, like when they had Gatorade, when we could go to medical, and when they had snack bags. This just seems like a really poorly organized event that led to an absolute disaster, you know? They handed out undergarment bags to everyone alphabetically by last name. I did not receive my undergarments until the second day of filming. After the first competition, they hadn't fed us in a while, and I was feeling lightheaded. I asked someone if they had anything to eat, and they told me to push through and basically suck it up. Oh, you want food, peasant? No, not here in the Mr. Beast realm. This is a dojo, all right? You don't get food.
I am so annoyed that there were so many people saying that he's actually not a good person. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I was a supporter, not that, like, up until quite recently. Because I genuinely believed all the good stuff he was doing.
Yeah, me too.
I just feel stupid.
Pal. On the first day, after 12 hours of having contacts in my eyes, I asked someone if I could go to medical to take them out, and they told me no. I witnessed 2 people that had seizures, and it took medical several minutes for them to get there. I'm assuming this happened because they did not have access to medication, but I could be completely wrong. Medics should have been on the field 24/7, ready to go at all times. Why are people having seizures at your event, Mr. Beast? What the heck? I heard people were being pushed and shoved by mails. I received an email yesterday checking how they're going to check footage, and because they take violence seriously, they should have done this during the game and not after the fact. I would say most of the challenges were definitely geared towards strong and fast men. Yeah, I mean, if you got eliminated and then the next day you realized they cheated, that would be completely messed up and probably illegal. Like, because despite the fact that this is like a game show or whatever the hell, they have to follow certain rules, or you're just, I don't know, wasting people's time and essentially lying to them and breaking your contract. When all the contestants arrived back to the hotel, we were supposed to have flights booked for us to go home. I woke up the next day and with no flight information. With so many contestants trying to go home, I heard they would not have all the flights booked until a few days later. That is so messed up. I had to book my own flight and use money out of my own pocket because I couldn't wait that long because I had to return to work. They're going to reimburse us, but there's no telling when I will see the money. They gave out feastable chocolates. Oh yes, the 30 grams of sugar. Gotta load everyone up with some diabetes real quick. My group hoarded chocolate because we weren't sure when the next time they would feed us, and we were afraid we would get hungry. I mean, honestly, this stuff sounds straight out of a survival horror movie or something like that.
Honestly, yeah.
There's some evil game show lord who is messing with the peasants and
It really does feel like Hunger Games mixed with Squid Games.
shit like that. I don't know how much of this is legit, how much of this is confirmed, but I can't say there have been multiple people reporting the exact same thing with the nurses in the hospital, with the contestants.
The statement I just read doesn't even cover the half of what I'm hearing. I'm also waiting for confirmation that there were only 2 ambulances for well over 2,000 people, the contestants, including the entire crew. And I'm speaking with someone from the crew right now to get confirmation about how many people were on the crew.
Now here's a picture that I probably blurred. It's essentially somebody's leg that is badly bruised, and apparently they have broken bones after attending this Beast Games event or whatever, and they got brutally assaulted. Another contestant says no medications, no undergarments, despite supplying 5 days of only electrolytes were Gatorade handed out. Ran out of meals for people.
What about water?
Would run out.
Oh,
Was not a safe space. Many of us knew it would be mentally challenging, but the danger we were put in and lack of care was unexpected. No clear communication between staff, making it worse. People were prepared to go into a Mr. Beast challenge. They obviously know it can be challenging because they've watched the videos, but they weren't there to be literally tortured. You know, from some of these stories, if these are true, this is torture, all right? Denying somebody food, water, medication, and, you know, basic sanitation is absolutely insane. One contestant noted production staff hired locally were treated poorly, with some working shifts in excess of 24 hours in a row. Medications such as inhalers, contact lenses, feminine hygiene products was surrendered, which caused concern among the production's medical staff. Yeah, that is really weird. Why are you confiscating medication? What challenge
no, you can't do that.
That doesn't make sense. Like, what in their brains made them think, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's take their medication and their freaking period pads.
Their inhaler possibly helped them. Oh my god, you need to breathe? I'm sorry, no breathing allowed in a Mr. Beast challenge. Contestants were asked to give production team several pair of undergarments, which were not returned upon disqualification. That is crazy. Stealing people's underpants is nah. You taking my underwear, we have beef for life. Okay, I'm sorry.
The fuck were they doing with that underwear? Actually, I don't want to know that. I just don't want to know. I don't want to know that.
Alright, that is crazy, bro. Mr. Beast representative says this information is inaccurate. What a great elaboration. It's just inaccurate, guys. Is Chris, even my friend, inaccurate? Just, yeah. Didn't know any of this, actually. Am I doing illegal lotteries on YouTube for children? Inaccurate, actually. A hospital employee told us, I'm aware of 3 or 4 hospital evacs today. Overnight shift said it was insane, so not sure if or how many hospital evacs were there. Production is a shit show and unprepared for the scale, making decisions as they go along. The bare bones medic staff on site is not adequate and were overwhelmed last night. They compete at night. Let me know what you guys think about all of these Mr. Beast accusations. There's so many coming out. Stay tuned. There's even more stuff coming. I talked to Dogpack, one of the Mr. Beast employees behind the scenes, and yeah, he's cooking, man. He's cooking. All right, plenty more to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
I don't even have an ending for this video. Like, I'm just processing myself all the information.